From the frozen tundras to the heart of the deepest jungles, our planet is a tapestry woven with stories, tales of survival, adaptation, and the enduring power of nature. But there are some stories, hidden in the shadows of time, that whisper of mysteries yet unsolved. Join us now as we journey beyond the familiar, into the realms of the unexplained. These are the stories that challenge our understanding in the vastness of the unknown. So let us begin our exploration, revealing some of history's most intriguing tales and legends. The year is 1518. The sun beats down on the bustling city of Strasburg, a thriving hub in the heart of the Holy Roman Empire. Merchants hawk their wares, children play in the cobbled streets, and life unfolds at a familiar pace. But beneath this veneer of normalcy, a strange and unsettling event is about to grip the city. It begins subtly, almost imperceptibly. A woman, Frau Trophia, is seen dancing in the street. At first it draws curious glances, perhaps a chuckle or two. But as the day wears on and Frau Trophea shows no signs of stopping, her movements becoming increasingly frantic, a sense of unease begins to settle over those watching. Days turn into nights, and still, Frau Trophea dances on, her body seemingly possessed by an unseen force. Her face, contorted in a grimace of exertion and perhaps something more unsettling, becomes a haunting spectacle. As the days pass, others begin to join her, drawn in as if by an invisible thread, their bodies mimicking her frantic movements. What began as a solitary act of unexplained behavior has now escalated into a full-blown crisis. Dozens of people, seemingly powerless to resist, are now held captive by this inexplicable dancing mania. The streets of Strasburg, once filled with the sounds of commerce and laughter, now echo with the relentless beat of shuffling feet and labored breathing. The city authorities, baffled and alarmed, struggle to contain the growing pandemonium. They consult physicians, priests, even astrologers, seeking an explanation, a cure for this bizarre affliction. Some suggest opening up guild halls and public spaces, allowing the dancers to move freely, hoping exhaustion will eventually break the spell. But the relentless dance continues, defying all attempts at explanation or intervention. As days bleed into weeks, the relentless rhythm takes its toll. Some dancers collapse from sheer exhaustion, their bodies pushed beyond their limits, their energy fading as the day wears on. A few are unable to continue, their bodies simply needing rest after being carried away by the unyielding rhythm. With time, the dance ceases and the city gradually returns to its normal pace. The bizarre event becomes a lingering mystery, leaving the residents to wonder about the peculiar moment that once overtook their lives. Ultimately, this is just one of many curious tales that has been carried on through history, illustrating the unpredictable and mysterious nature of human experience. The medieval world, a period intertwined with faith, conflict, and a thirst for the unknown. In this era of crusades and exploration, a legend emerges from the east, a beacon of hope whispered on the winds of rumor. It is the tale of Prester John, a Christian king of unimaginable wealth and power, said to rule over a vast and wondrous kingdom hidden somewhere in the Orient. His legend, carried westward by merchants and pilgrims, spreads like wildfire through the courts and cathedrals of Europe. Imagine a land of unimaginable riches, where gold flows like water and precious stones litter the ground like pebbles. A land where justice prevails and the faithful live in peace and prosperity. This is the kingdom of Prester John, as described in whispered tales and apocryphal accounts. For the war-weary Christians of Europe, locked in a bitter struggle for the Holy Land, the legend of Prester John offers a tantalizing glimmer of hope. Here, they believe, is a powerful ally, a righteous king who could tip the balance of power in their favor, crushing their Muslim enemies and securing the Holy Land for Christendom. Fueled by this intoxicating blend of faith and ambition, European monarchs dispatch their finest explorers eastward. Armed with maps rich in detail, they venture into the unknown, their eyes peeled for any sign of Prester John's fabled kingdom. These expeditions, driven by a potent mix of religious zeal and the lure of untold riches, crisscross the vast expanse of Asia, pushing the boundaries of the known world. Letters, purportedly penned by Prester John himself, surface in Europe, further stirring imaginations and fueling the insatiable desire to find this Christian paradise on earth. These letters, filled with fantastical descriptions of Prester John's court, his army, and the wonders of his kingdom, are disseminated widely, copied and translated into numerous languages, further cementing the legend in the public consciousness. But as the years turn into decades, and expedition after expedition returns empty-handed, doubts begin to creep in. The location of Prester John's kingdom, initially thought to be in India, shifts eastward, then southward to Africa, mirroring the evolving geographical knowledge of the age. Yet, despite the tireless efforts and the unwavering belief of many, the kingdom of Prester John remains elusive, its existence forever shrouded in mystery. Throughout ancient Rome's history of military, few legions were as feared and respected as the Ninth. Known as Legio IX Hispana, their story is etched in conquest and glory. Founded around 65 BC, the Ninth was renowned for its role in the Roman conquest of Britain, where it earned a reputation for its disciplined might and strategic brilliance. The Ninth's most celebrated moment came during the siege of the fortress at the Battle of the Grampians, more commonly known as the Battle of Mons Graupius, where they decisively defeated a large force of Caledonian warriors, solidifying Roman control over the northern territories. Around 120 AD, the Ninth Legion vanished from the historical record. Their last known posting was in Britain, a land teeming with rebellious tribes. The northern frontier, marked by Hadrian's Wall, was a place of perpetual conflict. One theory suggests the Ninth Legion met its end at the hands of the Picts, fierce Celtic warriors who resisted Roman rule who stayed just north of the wall. These adversaries, painted with tattoos and armed with crude weapons, were known for their guerrilla tactics. Could they have overwhelmed the Ninth Legion in a surprise attack, erasing their presence from history? Another hypothesis proposes the legion was transferred to another part of the Roman Empire. Perhaps they were sent east to face the Parthian Empire or south to Africa. Is it possible that this disappearance is a case of lost records obscured by time? The possibility of a gradual decline also holds weight. Disease could have ravaged their ranks. Desertion might have whittled away their numbers. In the end, the final chapter of the Ninth Legion's story is still unwritten. Their story illustrates history's ability to erase even the most formidable entities. The Roman Empire, once invincible, would crumble in the centuries to come. The vanished legion highlights the impermanent nature of power and the allure of the uncharted. The Suffolk countryside, a place of rolling hills and verdant fields, is steeped in folklore and legend. Few tales are as strange as that of the Green Children of Woolpit, a legend where superstition and reality merge together. In the 12th century, near Woolpit, a most unusual event occurred. Two children, a brother and sister, were discovered near a wolf pit. But these were no ordinary children. Their skin, a vibrant shade of green, marked them as otherworldly. Their arrival sparked both fear and curiosity among the villagers. As the days turned into weeks, the children slowly began to adapt to their new surroundings. The green hue of their skin gradually faded. They developed a taste for earthly food. Though the boy succumbed to illness, the girl learned to speak English and shared their origin. She spoke of St. Martin's Land, a world cloaked in perpetual twilight. It was a land of shimmering rivers and verdant meadows. According to the legend, this mysterious land was inhabited by a people who lived in a world of eternal dusk, perpetual dimness. This suggested that the children might have come from a parallel realm or a hidden part of the earth. The tale became one of Suffolk's most enduring legends, proposing centuries of theories. Some suggest the children were from a nearby community with a genetic condition affecting their skin color, while others propose they were simply lost and disoriented from a far-off land. Her words ignited imaginations. Was St. Martin's Land real, hidden from view, or were her words mere ramblings of a traumatized child? Some dismissed her story as a fabrication. Others saw it as a glimpse into a hidden realm. The Green Children of Woolpit remain a captivating mystery, blending folklore with historical wonder. Few figures in history inspire as much awe and terror as Timor, also known as Tamerlane. A brilliant strategist and ruthless conqueror, he carved a path of destruction across Asia in the 14th century. His name became synonymous with both military genius and unparalleled brutality. Timur's empire stretched from Delhi to Damascus, a tribute to his ambition and expertise on the battlefield. After his death, Timur's remains were laid to rest in Samarkand. His tomb, the Guri Amir, was designed to reflect his power and glory. His rule established a legacy that influenced subsequent empires and rulers, contributing to the shaping of the political and cultural landscape of the medieval world. The rise of the Mughal Empire in India, for instance, was indirectly shaped by Timur's invasions, as his descendants, including Babur, sought to build upon his legacy. The Ottoman Empire, which was expanding during Timur's time, also felt the effects of his conquests. as his campaigns altered the balance of power in the region. Timur's legacy extended to the Safavid Empire in Persia as well, as his actions and the instability they caused influenced the political dynamics that led to the rise of Safavid power. In June of 1941, Soviet archaeologists, led by Mikhail Gerasimov, exhumed Timur's remains. They dismissed warnings as mere folklore. Days later, Hitler launched Operation Barbarossa, invading the Soviet Union. In 1942, Timur's remains were reburied with full Islamic rites. The Battle of Stalingrad marked the turning point in the war. The legend of Timur's curse gained renewed attention with the exhumation of his remains and the subsequent events of World War II. According to local legend, disturbing Timur's tomb would bring misfortune and calamity. The timing of Operation Barbarossa and the subsequent Soviet victory at Stalingrad seemed to some to fulfill this ancient curse, adding a layer of mystique to Timur's already formidable legacy. The enduring fascination with Timur's life and the dramatic events surrounding his final resting place highlight the blend of historical fact and myth that continues to captivate historians even today. The grandeur of Timur's tomb and the tales of his ruthless conquests ensure that his story remains a compelling chapter of the past. The picturesque German town of Hamlin, nestled along the banks of the river Weser, appears to be a place of idyllic charm. But appearances, as we often find in the natural world, can be deceiving. For Hamlin harbors a dark and unsettling secret, a tale whispered through the ages. This next story begins in the year 1284, a time when the Black Death cast a long shadow across Europe. Hamlin, however, faced a different kind of plague, a relentless infestation of rats. They swarmed through the streets, their numbers overwhelming, their presence a constant threat to the town's very survival. Driven to desperation, the townspeople turned to a most unusual source for help, a mysterious figure clad in a coat of many colors, a Pied Piper. With promises to rid the town of its pestilence, the Pied Piper took up his pipe, a simple wooden instrument, and began to play a haunting melody. The effect was instantaneous. Drawn as if by an invisible force, the rats emerged from their hiding places, their beady eyes fixated on the piper. He led them on a merry chase through the cobbled streets, the hypnotic tune of his pipe their only guide. The procession made its way to the banks of the river Weser, where the waters flowed swift and deep. The Pied Piper waded into the current, his melody luring the rodents towards their doom. One by one, the rats plunged into the water, swept away by the current. Hamlin rejoiced. The plague of rats was no more. Grateful townspeople gathered around the Pied Piper, but their relief turned to dismay. The piper's fee was withheld, the townspeople reneging on their promise. Enraged, the Pied Piper raised his pipe once more. A haunting tune filled the air, bone-chilling, they say. This was a siren song for the children of Hamlin. Entranced, the children emerged, their movements synchronized to the piper's music. The Pied Piper led the children out of Hamlin. As the piper and the children disappeared from view, the townspeople's initial joy turned to panic. The streets, once bustling with life, were now eerily silent. Desperate pleas for the return of their children filled the air, but the piper's melody had already carried them far from Hamlin's borders. The town was left in sorrowful silence, a stark reminder of their broken promise and the heavy price of deceit. The legend of the Pied Piper became a cautionary tale, warning future generations of the consequences of dishonesty and the importance of keeping one's word. Few objects in the human world hold such a captivating allure as precious stones. Their beauty, their rarity, their very permanence speak to something deep within us. This is especially true of the Hope Diamond, a magnificent blue gem that has graced the necks of royalty and the vaults of the wealthy. But its journey through time is marked by a trail of misfortune and tragedy. The curse, it seemed, was biding its time. Louis XIV's reign ended in revolution, his grandson Louis XVI and his wife Marie Antoinette meeting their demise at the guillotine. The Hope Diamond, once a symbol of royal power, was seized by the revolutionaries. But the curse, it seemed, followed the diamond. The Hopes suffered financial ruin, their misfortunes an indication of the gem's dark power. The gem's dark legend continued as it passed through various owners, each experiencing their own share of calamities. The diamond was sold to a series of private collectors, including notable figures like the American socialite Evelyn Walsh McLean. Her life was marked by personal tragedy and financial hardship. reinforcing the gem's ominous reputation. The Hope Diamond eventually found its way to the Smithsonian Institution, where it remains today, a dazzling artifact of both beauty and mystery. Despite its transition from private collections to a museum exhibit, the legend of the curse continues to captivate the public's imagination. Stories of misfortune and intrigue surrounding the diamond have persisted, fueling speculation about its supernatural powers and the dark fate it might bring to those who possess it. The legend of the Hope Diamond endures, a chilling reminder of the potential consequences of greed and ill fortune. Deep within the sands of Egypt lie the tombs of the Pharaohs, rulers of a mighty civilization that flourished for millennia. These elaborate burial chambers were not merely resting places, but gateways to the afterlife, filled with treasures and protected by powerful magic. Legends abound of curses placed upon those who dared to disturb the eternal slumber of the pharaohs. The most famous of these tales is tied to the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922. The young pharaoh's resting place lay undisturbed for over 3,000 years, a treasure trove hidden from the world. But its unveiling seemed to unleash a string of misfortunes, a dark whisper from the past. Lord Carnarvon, the wealthy patron of the expedition, met an untimely end shortly after entering the tomb. A mosquito bite, seemingly innocuous, became infected, leading to his demise. This sparked whispers of the curse, fueling the growing unease surrounding the excavation. In the years that followed, other members of the expedition faced their own misfortunes, fueling the legend of the pharaoh's curse. Some succumbed to strange illnesses, while others met with untimely accidents. The public imagination was captivated, associating these events with the wrath of the disturbed pharaoh. However, modern science offers a more rational explanation. The enclosed environment of the tombs, coupled with millennia of decay, could harbor dangerous bacteria and fungi. The explorers, lacking the knowledge and protection of modern archaeology, would have been vulnerable to such threats. Yet, the legend persists, revealing the lasting impact of ancient beliefs and our human inclination to find order in the mysterious. The Curse of the Pharaohs stands to remind us of the respect owed to the past and the mysteries that still lie buried beneath the sands of time. The courts of 18th century Europe were no strangers to extravagance and intrigue, yet few figures captivated the imagination quite like the enigmatic Count of St Germain. He moved through society with an air of mystery, his origins shrouded in secrecy, his knowledge seemingly boundless. The Count possessed an uncanny ability to charm and captivate, his conversations peppered with tales of distant lands and bygone eras. He spoke numerous languages fluently, displayed a profound knowledge of music and art, and astonished onlookers with his alchemical skills. Rumors of his immortality began to circulate, fueled by his apparent agelessness and claims of witnessing events centuries past. Some whispered he possessed the Philosopher's Stone, the key to eternal life. Others believed him to be a master alchemist, having unlocked the secrets of prolonging life indefinitely. The Count of St Germain remained elusive about his origins. His birthplace, family, and early life have always been hidden in secret. He offered conflicting accounts of his past, further fueling the speculation surrounding his true identity. Some claimed he was the son of a Transylvanian prince, while others suggested he might be the offspring of a noble house in Portugal. His wealth was undeniable, yet the source of his fortune was as obscure as the man himself. The Count lived in luxury, but he appeared indifferent to material possessions, more interested in intellectual pursuits and the quest for knowledge. His profound wisdom and mastery of various disciplines led many to believe he was more than a mere mortal, perhaps a timeless sage who had transcended the ordinary bounds of human existence, or even just a fallen angel, forever wandering the earth. Furthermore, in certain spiritual traditions influenced by Theosophy and Alice Bailey's teachings, Saint Germain is seen as the master of the seventh ray, linked to the violet flame, transformation, and ceremonial magic. He is recognized as a distinct ascended master associated with this particular ray. The Count's mission in life seemed to be centered around a quest for enlightenment and the betterment of humanity. He was often seen in the company of European royalty and influential figures, offering counsel that ranged from political advice to spiritual guidance. He claimed to have knowledge of ancient secrets, speaking of lost civilizations and arcane wisdom that had been forgotten by the modern world. His goal, it appeared, was to use this knowledge to steer the course of history, guiding nations toward a more enlightened future. Some whispered that he was an agent of a higher power, sent to guide humanity through the trials of history. while others feared his true intentions were far more mysterious, perhaps even dangerous. Regardless, the Count of St Germain's legacy has endured, wrapped in layers of intrigue and speculation, leaving us to wonder whether he was a man ahead of his time or something far more extraordinary. Whatever his true nature, the Count of St Germain left an indelible mark on the imagination. Was he a master of deception, a skilled illusionist playing on the superstitions of his time? Or did he possess knowledge and abilities beyond the grasp of ordinary men? The legend of the immortal Count serves as a reminder that some mysteries may never be fully unraveled. He remains a figure of endless fascination, a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown. From the sands of ancient Egypt to the heart of medieval Europe, we have journeyed through tales of mystery and intrigue. These enduring legends, passed down through generations, offer a glimpse into the beliefs and fears of our ancestors. While some of these mysteries may forever elude our understanding, the pursuit of truth and the desire to unravel the unknown remain fundamental aspects of the human spirit. It is this insatiable curiosity that drives us to explore, to question, and to seek answers in the face of the inexplicable. For it is in the realm of mystery and legend that we confront the unknown, challenge our perceptions, and find inspiration in the enduring enigma of our world.